Hey guys, welcome to the Engineer Wannabe YouTube channel. I hope you're doing well, and thank you for joining me tonight. I am going to be reviewing another watch from my dear friend Marcus. He let me borrow his wonderful Rolex Milgauss. This is the first Rolex on the channel, and I did not think it would be this Milgauss. Turns out it's one of my favorite watches. From the Rolex catalog at least. So I'm really honored. Couple of things before we start. I hope you know, and I want to let you know that you are infinitely valuable. I hope you know that a great price has been paid for you and you are worth it. You're precious. Another thing that we normally do is the wristwatch check. That is another blue and orange watch, Omega Planet Ocean. This is the 39.5 millimeter model, and I think it's the best dive watch money can buy for the smaller wrist, at least. There might be something else out there, but it's the best one that I've seen. Anyway, guys, let's take a look at this amazing Milgauss. Here it is. This is the Milgauss 116400, the Z Blue. Ooh, so much to talk about here. So little time. Let's get right into it. Let me talk about the dimensions real quick. 40 millimeter diameter watch, lug to lug. I measured 48.8, so we'll run that up to 49. Thickness was 13.2, round that down to 13. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I am. 20 millimeter lug width. This weighs 150 grams on the dot, size to my friend Marcus's wrist. So 6.25 inch wrist. It's what it has been sized to, and I can semi-comfortably wear it, but yeah, so 150 grams. The dial is one of the stars of this show. This is called the Z Blue dial. Now, the interesting thing is why it's called Z Blue. So Rolex calls this an electric blue dial, and the Z, or the Z as us Canadians say, is lightning. Or electricity in the lightning seconds hand. So Z Blue, electric blue, get it? Rolex is being a little funny there. So they're just having a bunch of fun here, and it is historically significant as well. Again, you can find all that on those YouTube videos. I'm really not the guy for that, but. So you got this electric blue dial that's a turquoise. It's beautiful. I'm thinking of my friend Keith here. I think he would love this watch. It's very, very nicely brushed. It's got this sunburst, sunray finish. Quite common applied indices here with chromalite, I believe. Their lume is incredible as well. Rolex 5-pointed crown at the 12 o'clock mark. Now, the other star of the show is the sapphire crystal, which usually isn't the star of any show. And this one is tinted green, and it's not like a tinted film, but the glass itself has this shade of green, and it plays with the light. As you can see, you see this this green ring around the dial. You can kind of see that when you look at this from harsher angles, or sharper angles, I should say. And I'm not sure what the significance is and why they do that, but they do it, and it's fun and it looks good. I'm sure it complements the dial, so it's something they do. If anyone knows the significance of that, I'd love to hear it. But anyway, looking at the orange accents, you've got Milgauss lettering. You got the Thunderbolt or Lightning Bolt seconds hand in orange. You got the minute track here with the minutes marked out with every 5 minute intervals, all in orange. Very, very nicely done. Let's talk a bit about the movement and as to why this watch is so thick. It is 13.3 millimeters thick. So the movement is the Rolex 3131. It's got approximately 48 hours of power reserve, and it's got a soft iron Faraday cage, which is why it has that Milgauss designation. There's all sorts of other anti-magnetic properties that just comes from modern manufacturing, in a sense that soft iron cage is just a traditional thing to do. The hairspring is anti-magnetic, and all sorts of other innovations that make this watch quite anti-magnetic without that soft iron inner cage. You can see the crown here, which is a screw down crown, has a Rolex 5-pointed star. One thing to note is the bezel. It is really wide. I'm sure you've noticed that just looking at this video here. It is a wide bezel, conical in shape, so it does slope. And I could see that being a scratch magnet to someone who might be considering this watch. As you can see, there are some scratches here. Just from day-to-day use. One thing I really appreciate about Rolex watches is their bracelet. Here you don't get the glide lock system, but I just want to appreciate this mechanism here. So this is a spring-loaded lift latch. So there's this little hook here, or a beak, and a little hook there, and it latches on, and you can see the spring engage. So that's the spring mechanism. That's just a really cool way to do a friction fit style bracelet. Now with a flip lock or some kind of security lock on top of that would have made this ideal, because this can still get caught on something and get yanked right open. It's just the nature of the beast. This is not a dive watch, so chances are slim that you need a security catch there. But just taking a look at everything here, you got Rolex engraved on the clasp, and there's this thing called an EasyLink system here. It's kind of like a dive extension, like a traditional dive extension, but you just get a tiny link here that you can, if you pull on the bracelet hard enough, it'll pop out. And on the inside, you've got a micro adjustment. So you do need a strap tool here, and you would press in on one of these sides, and you can adjust the location of where the bracelet attaches to the clasp, and that will give you a little bit of micro adjustment. There are 3 points here to help fine tune the watch to your wrist. Problem with that, it's not easy to do. One thing I should note about the crystal, there's no anti-reflective coating, as a lot of people have noticed, but it's not all glare. It's a very legible watch. It's not difficult to read, even when there is a strong light source. Well, I'm kind of defeating my point here, but if you're here looking at it with your own eyes, it's still very legible. So the lack of anti-reflective coating is has not become a big deal for me. I hope that is in some way helpful if you are kind of thinking about anti-reflective coatings and the lack of them on some Rolex watches. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope you are well and you're taking care of yourself. Remember, you're infinitely valuable. And thanks again for watching. Take care, stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye.